Okay, we're good. I'm sorry to the bun cube, but I have to make my bread, and apparently this is how I do it, to the tune of nowhere near enough money to live each month. Please consider subscribing to my Patreon. Tell your friends. Hi. Tell your friends to come to stream. Tell your friends to sub to my Patreon. You know, just give me money. Oh my gosh, give me money. I'm gonna cut the background music a little. There we go. That looks like it's fine. Maybe someone will show up to give me balance. You'll observe I'm not a Lala anymore. That would be because I missed my green skin. I need to make it very clear, this is my favorite color in the world. And I'm pretty sure if Lala came in this color, I would be a little green Lala forever. This is also a stream significantly earlier than I normally do things. Oh, hello, you're in a default outfit. Are you interested in a trade? I will give you a glam. I've been trying to give away this glam for ages. Will Nectara accept it on stream? Aww. Doesn't want the glam. Doesn't want free glam. Rip. Oh well. So. This is earlier than everyone is normally available. This is before I normally stream. I'm gonna give people a bit to show up, but I have stuff I have to do this evening, so I have to stream earlier and end earlier, which means I don't really want to do raids because I don't want to have to like stop midway. So you know, we'll just see how it goes. So we're gonna probably MSQ for a bit. I'm just trying to decide. Do I want to throw any of this into anything, or do I care about any of this? So I was doing grinding earlier for things. You know what I can do? I have volunteered to Gunbreaker for some things later, so I should see if any of these coffers have Gunbreaker weapons. I don't think they do. Nope, they're not going to. And I really don't know what use I have for these coffers. Hey, Halabali. Hey, Ura. I'm trying to decide what I'm gonna do with some of these things. I guess Summoner. I tend to play Summoner on occasion. These will have books in here. Let's go see how these books look. Okay. So, True Grimoire of Ice. Show my gear. Draw my weapon. That is a nice book. I think I can make that work on occasion. I'll keep that. How about the Ona blah blah blah, the stupid lemon weapon? I'm so mad that I like this. I was ready to throw it away because I hated that extreme. I did the extreme unsynced this morning for the mount, and it was the first time I actually beat the Rama extreme. And it felt so funny when it's like, disrespect for the law. It's like, disrespect the law or something is the achievement. And I'm like, you're right, I disrespect you. Not only is this a good book, but this is a good book for my current summoner glam. I am so mad right now. Okay, let's go. First, let's get some glamour prisms, because I am almost out. I'm almost out of these, actually. Then we'll go and put away the stuff I'm keeping, desynth the stuff I'm not. Unfortunately, none of this stuff is tradable, so it is really just, if I'm not interested in it myself, I'm gonna lose it. So, like, True Ice Bow. Is it pretty cool? Yeah. Am I ever going to play Bard? No. Sorry, Halabali, I hate playing Bard. Worst job in the game. Decent, that shit. Woo, I got some stuff. True Ice Claws. You know what? No. Sometimes I'll play Pugilist, and I kind of want to level Pugilist a bit, Monk a bit, but I don't think I will ever want to use those. So, get out of here. Wow. Astro. I haven't played Astro in ages, but I do kind of like Astro as a healer. And once again, I am mad that the Levin weapon is really cool, so we'll keep it, but I'm not happy about it. I don't care about any of these accessories, so I'm just going to desynth all the accessories. I just realized I'm not in the chat, and I should be. I'm a fool. Okay. Let's just keep desynthing all the stupid stuff. It's like, what am I gonna do with any of this? I'm not gonna use these for glams, probably. And before they have a glam contest, I'm like, oh, these would be perfect for that, and I'm like, shit. I desynth them all. I have to go quickly unsync the ARR extremes again to get bangles. Unsellable, market prohibited. Every time I see that, I'm just like, okay. But all this stuff is saleable, market enabled. So that's fine. Okay, let's go shove some shit in a place. Well, you can tell I haven't actually played Summoner on Linux yet because I have everything in that stupid spot that the game puts it in by default. Who likes the things there? I'm not gonna worry about it now. Ooh. Stuff I would be like, ooh, let's try it if I didn't have to, like, theoretically, potentially do a presentation this evening. I'm not the main presenter, so I probably don't have to, but our main presenter works for the city, and it is snowing a little. I think he would have told us by now if he had to show up to work, so I think we're fine. But also, if it starts getting terrible, it might just be that he has to... Why did I True Grimoire of Ice? I was just talking about how I didn't like that book. Yeah, return that to my inventory. I need to decent that. You need to come in here. You need to come in here. Okay. Then if I come to this, this is my main glam for magic, and it's Black Maged right now. I don't really play Black Mage anymore, so let's summoner that shit up. Let's go. Okay, and now we're going to be Gunbreakering. So let's get ourselves Gunbreakered. Because I'm going to be Gunbreakering later this weekend. Where is that glam? There it is. Okay. So we're gonna be Gunbreakering later this weekend. Maybe on stream, maybe not. But I want to get myself glammed up for Gunbreaker. What glam are we gonna kill for Gunbreaker's sake? Christmas is over. Get out of here, Santa Claus. Okay. Gunbreaker. Not sure I like that. We need at least one plate for every job, and we don't have it. Okay, so I want to keep things... I need to keep things level 62 or 61 or below, so I can actually wear things. So, like, that's cool, but not available. Same. Like, that is so gorgeous, but I can't. So, what's our... This is our cutoff, so from here down we should be fine. Let's look for what we think is the cool outfit. We always have Vigil shirt, good old Vigil shirt. Let's go Manor shirt. I have a soft spot for the Manor shirt. It is so... It's so, like, just... It's great. I'm kind of feeling Manor shirt right now. Okay, and now we're back into... Like, now we're in the everybody can wear this all the time, glam-only stuff. I think we are... I think we're going Manor shirt. I think we're building this Gunbreaker glam around the Manor shirt. Infantry skirt is too shiny. The Custodian's long... Ooh. The Custodian's long kilt. If this were dyeable, it would be perfect. But also it kind of goes with my hair. So I think the long kilt is currently winning. There's the Gaskins that go with the Manor top. So we could just Manor. I think I like the long kilt more than that, though. Because of my hair. Like, the long kilt doesn't go with the top, but it goes with my hair. So that's just... yeah. So we've got the Manor top, we've got the long kilt. Gloves-wise... There's the Manor gloves. The Aura gloves. Peace Lover's gloves are cute, but I think they're a little too much for this. Like, they're too brown. And I don't want to go through the trouble of dyeing shit. Okay, I kind of like these Gloves of Gathering with this outfit. If they didn't flare out quite so much. Yeah. I think it's Manor Gloves or no gloves. I think Manor wins. Okay, shoes. Oh my god, shoes. Absolutely not. I hate the Manor sandals. The Ghost Bark are too fancy. These are all a bit too much. See, I like these, but I have to dye them. Okay, I'm looking for something that matches the Manor Gaskins, which is Mole Brown. I will hydrate in 1 moment. I think it's Mole Brown. So we need Mole Brown dye to make that work. I don't know if I want to do it. Does it look bad? It just looks bad. Animal's boots are wrong shade of brown. Too shiny. No. I don't really have any boots that go well here. Lurky nap time. Also, here's the hydrate. Night-night. Why are all these shoes so bad? And I think that just the basic barefoot sandals are the other way to go here. So we got those. And then helm. I'm tempted. This looks so dumb, but I am tempted, especially if I can. Dye that. Roland Berry red. No, wine red. I'm tempted to take that and dye those wings wine red. But I think that's a little much. I just do my hat the way it normally is. It's a little off. Some plundered goggles. I'm not really feeling any of these hats. Yeah, we're just gonna go. There we go. There is our special Gunbreaker Glam. I think that works. That screams, I don't know what I'm a tank who doesn't know what they're doing. Let's go. Hi.
Heyo.
I thought, ooh, I'm gonna get some practice with tanking, and then immediately got Damel Darkhold with a bunch of people who got with melee DPSs who got mad that I went, well, I don't know what I'm doing and this healer's new, so I'm only going to pull the first 2 packs in the second part, and they immediately went forward and pulled the other third pack in, and I did not keep my mitigation up, and the healer did not keep on top of things, and we all wiped, and the healer's like, can we not pull so much? And I'm like, I agree. I stopped at pack 2 for a reason. Please don't pull pack 3 back. And then the healer went, oh no, and left. And then everyone else left. It's like, well, that's the end of that. Because, I'm pretty sure the healer was the one who was doing Zamel. And it's like, yeah, Zamel's tough. And you have to, as a tank, you have to know what you're doing. And a healer, you have to know what you're doing. It's just, in that second run, I think it's best with randos to pull the first 2 packs, clear out that, then pull the next 2 packs, and then go deep,
Yeah.
But the DPSs on that run disagreed. Anyway. I don't play tank. You know what? I should practice. Okay, I will practice my Gunbreaker. Woohoo.
Oh, neat.
I missed my wah. I glammed back to this because I needed my beautiful, beautiful, perfect skin tone of rich dark green. But I immediately miss the Lala emotes. Well, I guess we're meeting in Revenant Stole. Because we're doing some MSQ.
Mm-hmm.
I have some chocolates here that I got for someone who was supposed to come over the other day. And by the other day, I mean last night. And then she's like, it's cold, I don't wanna. So I get to eat the chocolates I bought her. Yeah. And these brownie batter chocolates are frickin' amazing.
You
know how you can get that
them.
Sort of thick, like, fudge brownie? It's that coated in dark chocolate.
Ooh.
It's my wife, Tataru. Did you miss me? Did you miss me being tall? Shaken resolve. Tataru seems eager to make up for lost time. Well. Oh my. I thought she'd forgotten all about me with the way she was carrying on with that merchant in the East Aldernard Trading Company. Hancock. Gobbo! God, it's good to see you. I hope your being here means you've had your fill of rest. Not so much as 40 winks, to be told. You're too selfless. That's your problem. You'll be no good for anyone if you don't take a break every once in a while. Anyway, not much has happened since your last visit. I had planned for you to meet that helper I told you about, but he refuses to answer his link pearl. I do hope he's alright. We've been exchanging messages with the Eorzean Alliance throughout, though. They say the fighting's finally stopped at the Gimlet Dark, and the Empire's shown no sign of movement. Which means we might actually have a moment to ourselves for a change. Seeing as you're back, maybe you could tell me more about your time in the First? Great. Oh, and if you don't mind, I'd like to ask Flamin to join us. She'll want to know what happened to Minfilia, and I think it's best if she hears it from you. We'll meet you in the terrace at the House of Splendors. Yay! Oh god, everyone feels so slow compared to a Lala. I know we're all the same speed, but you just feel like you're zooming when you're Lala.
Yeah, I've noticed it's kind of like when you're using a huge mount compared to a smaller mount.
Yeah. I'm regretting coming back to Aura, but I used my last Fantasia, so I'm Fantasiaing it out. Oh, I should show off my new mounts. Because I did mount farming this morning.
I have not.
So, there's nothing exciting. I just got Markup. Fucking Levin horse.
Ooh.
And then I have Gulfax, who is the Titan horse. And then there's supposed to be Nightmare, but Nightmare just didn't drop, and I got tired of grinding. I got tired of murdering Ifrit over and over again. You know what's annoying? My second run of Ifrit this morning, I managed to skip nails.
Huh.
I did enough DPS to skip nails. Like, he was in the middle of summoning them right before he goes invulnerable. I just killed him. And it was like, yes! But I never did it again. And I probably should be grinding on Titan instead of Ifrit, because if I don't skip nails, Titan is faster. But I got greedy because I skipped nails one time.
I don't like doing Titan Extreme on solo.
Isn't it great? You just go bop, and then he jumps, and then you bop him again, and he jumps, and then you hit his heart, and he goes, "Argh," and then you bop him like 3 more times, and he's dead.
That's not what happened with me. I got stuck in rocks for like 20 minutes.
I think there's a difference between the sorts of jobs we normally play. Level 90 DPS just wrecks Titan.
I was level like 70 when I tried Titan Extreme, so...
Flamen. Oh, Gobo. My, it's been too long. Tataru did mention I'd be joining you, did she not? Yeah?
See.
Oh, thank you. Words cannot well express how much I've longed to know more of the first. The world Minfilia sacrificed so much to save. But come, rest your feet. Tataru should be arriving shortly. I love Bordona so much. And so Minfilia chose to pass on her gifts to the next oracle? This girl who Thancred named Reen? To have such a burden thrust upon her as a child, or to embrace it when given the choice. In that respect, they're quite alike. It would seem her legacy's indeed in capable hands. Aw, Flamen. Gobo, might I ask a favor of you when you next return to the First? Tell Reen what I cannot. To tell her, thank you. I'll give it a go. And I would offer thanks to you as well for staying with her to the end. Begging your pardon, can I have a word? Who is this? Oh my gosh, it's you, Rael! Rael, I hope you're here to tell me you've received word from our helper. I wish. Nay, I've not had a peep at him. It's been a good long while now. Too bloody long. On account of which I'm going to sneak over the border and see if I can't get a signal to him from closer up. But what if they catch you? There must be another way. Well, it ain't as if we can ask Thancred to do it. Besides, I shouldn't have no trouble picking my way through Gimlet now that the fighting's died down. Gods know there's enough shadows to hide in. And it beats waiting around here twiddling my thumbs. Any road. Thought I'd let you know. Now I'd best be. I nearly forgot. Crow's at the stones and she wants a word. Something to do with the patience. She was getting ready to examine them again when I left. But best be back then. I'm sure it's important. Yeah. After all, those are our friends' bodies. We need to keep them in good care until we figure out a way to put their souls back into them. Oh god, turning on name colors for party to match roles was such a good idea.
Oh. Oh, I see it. I see it on your end. That's pretty neat.
Yeah. And Halabali's gonna be red, because DPS. And the tank would normally be blue, but I'm gonna be the tank. So I guess I'm still blue, because blue, but it's a different shade. I suppose I should run through and say hi to everyone, because I haven't said hi to everyone for a bit. Ilsidar, old man, how you doing? I can't imagine what sort of world the first is. I'm glad you returned safe and sound. Okay, you're still saying the same shit. So there's probably no updates over here from the polycule. No.
No, I think they're still out fighting.
She needs her boulders. I hope that she and her boulders found love on the battlefield, even though I'm kind of about the het thing. Epheme? Give me a drink. How do the Archons fare? When next you see them, you can inform them their bodies are as well as can be. Yay! You hear that, Tataru? We can inform them that their bodies are doing just fine. Well, I'm not sure how you can say that when Kryle is still examining them, but I hope it's nothing bad.
You're here. Good.
So, how are they?
Still locked in slumber, but otherwise in good physical health. For the present, at least.
For the present? Oh no, is something wrong with them?
I'm afraid there may be. I summoned you after detecting faint signs of instability in Thancred's corporeal ether. But subsequent examination suggested all 5 might be affected. And when I examined them just now, my fears were confirmed. Tellingly, the degree of instability varies between them. Thancred exhibits the most notable signs, followed by Y'shtola and Urianger. The twins' ether, meanwhile, remains relatively stable, but there is a change there too if one knows to look for it.
Hold on. Isn't that the order they were called away in?
Indeed. Which leads me to believe the instability will only increase with time. Though I can but speculate, I fear this may be a symptom of a weakening link between body and soul.
By the gods! What happens if the link is broken?
I cannot say for certain. This is all unknown territory to us. Yet whatever happens, it cannot be good. Mercifully, the instability is still only slight. And you may rest assured, Master Matoya and I will do everything in our power to keep it from worsening. Be that as it may, it is imperative that you find a way to restore our friends' souls to their bodies.
No rest for the righteous, eh?
I realize you've only just returned from saving 2 worlds, but time is not on our side.
But where's she even supposed to start? We had the greatest minds in the realm hunting high and low for an answer, and they ran out of places to look.
You stated in your report that the Exarch had originally intended to reverse the summoning process by means of his own death, correct? Raha always was a reckless young fool, ready to die for the first righteous cause that came along. His plan might well have worked, but I for one am glad he never had the opportunity to see it through. Even if it does mean our friends must remain stranded a while longer. There is another way, I am sure of it. And the key lies with him, with the Exarch. Pray return to the First and apprise him and the others of the situation.
Pray never begin a sentence with "pray return" again, Kryle, because the second you did, my brain auto-finished to the waking sands and I flinched.
I visibly groaned. Like, I audibly groaned
Meanwhile,
here
do
seeing
what we
that
can for him.
sentence, and I was like, ah!
Fates are kind. We will have good news to share upon your return.
And if in the worst case push comes to shove and we need to kill Grahatia to bring everyone back, we can try to make it look like natural causes so Albrecht doesn't murder us.
Oh dear. Won't that be an extreme trial?
Woohoo! Also, wait, why am I Shadowbringer? Alright, because I never actually finished any of those other... I thought I had a new title. I thought I had a new title. I thought I had a new title, and I'm trying to find it. Oh well, I can't find it. To the ocular. Oh! Who's Melon? Holla, Bali, why do you have a melon?
Huh. It is a melon. Is it a mimic? It's an elegant melon.
Oh gosh, I found something I don't like about Gunbreaker.
What?
I need to have a target to dash.
Oh, that. It's the same for...
I found a
It's the same
problem
for
with my
my
plan of practicing this with Gunbreaker.
I think that's with, like, all the tank classes.
No, I found a problem. I'm not high enough level as Gunbreaker.
Oh.
Well, now I need to think about what glam I want to wear for my Reaper. Wow. You know what? We're gonna wear my Eden glam, but I'm gonna take the hat off. There we go. You have business with the Exarch? Yes, I do. Also, because you're not an enemy, I'm gonna put my scythe away. We're just gonna come say hi. Oh, Gobo, you returned. Hope your time in the source was suitably restful. It was not. Of course it wasn't. Go on. The corporeal ether shows signs of instability. By the gods, the possibility never even occurred to me. If you've returned in the hope my research has yielded a solution, I fear you'll be sorely disappointed. It is but a mercy we have the likes of Mistress Kryl and Master Matoya to keep our friends' bodies safe while we wrestle with this problem. But they cannot forestall the separation of body and soul indefinitely. Come, the others must be told. Where's Albric when we need him? It's because we're running early.
Yeah.
I love that Ishtol is just staring at us like, oh, Gobo shapeshifted again. Gobo, be careful. Those Fantasia potions can be addictive.
Pray excuse my late arrival.
Will Thancred and Reen not be joining us?
Nay, milady. With apologies to all, they beg leave to pursue their investigation of the empty to its conclusion. Should matters here demand their presence, however, they did assure me that they would make themselves available.
Because we didn't finish the Eden quests, I guess.
Yes, of course. Then let us proceed. I think it best that you begin by providing a summary.
Yeah, we should probably take care of that.
Yeah, not this week. I have a presentation this evening. I have a hard stop. I don't want to be messing with raids when I have a hard stop.
Fair enough.
And we're also testing my replacement fan and my installation job.
I suppose it was only to be expected that some change would occur.
Yet our souls seem unaffected, to my eye at least. How long they will remain so is another question. Kryl is right. It is imperative we find a way to return to the source.
Perhaps an explanation of the method by which I brought you here will yield some inspiration.
Yeah.
Ere I begin, it must be noted that I am by no means a gifted mage. In order to employ powerful magics, I must rely upon the Crystal Tower and its boundless reservoirs of energy. The magic that summoned you was no exception. 'Tis a singular spell, adapted through painstaking effort from the technique that transported me to the first. To use an analogy, it works by cutting a hole in the fabric of reality. A hole tailored to the object of summoning, through which it and it alone may pass unscathed. Though I succeeded in creating said hole, I failed to latch onto my intended target. Instead of you, the spell found those close to you, and ended up summoning them in their incomplete state.
It took... The Exarch had so many failures to get us into his hole. I need Alsvith here to groan at my jokes. Alsvith, where are you?
I would not soon throw my life away, not after the lengths you and yours went to save it. And so long as I breathe, I will spare no effort to see you safely home. But should all else fail, and your lives be at stake, there remains one sure method.
I am the Reaper.
Oh! What was that for?
You got the flick, bitch.
you even entertain such thoughts? You owe your life to the Warrior of Light, and you don't get to die unless she says so.
Thanks, bestie.
Your followers await your divine judgment.
What did you just...
If the two of you have finished, perhaps we could return to our discussion?
You're still here,
Rather
right?
than dwelling upon the multiple failed attempts at transference, I think it would behoove us to focus on the solitary success.
Did she just ask us to give the order to kill him?
Well, it will be...
I would draw your
our
attention
job.
to the fact that our friend can travel between worlds possessed not only of her body and soul, but her personal effects besides. This is no different from the teleportation magics to which we are all accustomed. Magics that allow for the transportation of those inanimate objects one considers to be an extension of oneself.
So all I have to do is shove you into my inventory. Got it.
Are you suggesting that simply by concealing
Everyone get into the White Ore
we
site.
could carry our souls back to the source upon her person?
Oh my gosh. All we have to do is enslave you all, and then we can hold hands and jump through. Yes, let's do it.
Well, it would be nice if things were that simple for a change. But vague notions of ownership seem a rather tenuous thing to stake our lives on. So much as a moment of doubt on her part, and we'd be left floating in the rift.
Milady hath the right of it. The requisite fixity of belief would be too much to ask even of our friend. Yet were we to immure our souls within an object in her possession, mayhap then our safe passage could be assured. White Orisite would, I believe, serve as a suitable vessel for this purpose. It was conceived to imprison the massy soul of an Ascian, and should house one of ours with relative ease.
Can we get you out of it again?
We would need only to ensure our soul's safe preservation inside the stone, and identify a means by which they might be transferred back onto our vacant bodies.
Those both sound like big asks for Yanje.
Soul preservation and transference. I believe I know of someone who may be able to assist us.
Hex yeah.
On the far shore of the source, there stands a great palace built by the elves. It was forsaken in the wake of the flood, but a certain Eulmore chose to make their home there soon after. Though they have long lived as a recluse, they once occupied a place of honor in Verbert's royal court, and it is said that none in all of Norvrant is more knowledgeable than they on matters of the soul.
Well, I've no objection to seeking a helping hand, but if they've gone to such lengths to hide themselves away from the world, what makes you think they'd be willing to lend us one?
A worthy question. Years ago, I myself tried and failed to solicit their cooperation in the battle against the Sin Eaters. No sooner had I begun to make my plea than they unleashed a swarm of their familiars upon me. Unlike me, however, you have curried favor with the Faefolk. By that merit alone, I am hopeful that they would grant you an audience.
Okay.
They may still be inclined to turn you away, of course, but if their knowledge might feasibly facilitate your return home, we have to try.
We'll talk to my wife in this world. Woohoo. And look at the weapon coffer. Woohoo. Give me money, of course. Especially since I'm starting to run out of pizzas. Okay.
Oh, pizzas for the raid?
Yeah, I'm down to 9 pizzas. I'm gonna have to go get some more at some point. Okay, let's see. Crystarium War Scythe, how do you look? And if I die you... Still kind of I'll keep you, but I don't think I'm going to use you for the time being. go live over there. Okay. Well, Exarch, tell me about the Grand Adventure. The Grand Cosmos, that is the palace we seek, stands on the opposite shore of the source. I'll arrange for a boat to carry us there. Whilst thou journeyest thither, I think it best to devote mine energies to the creation of White Auracite. By thy leave, of course. The process requireth no small amount of time, and that should the Nomu consent to lend their aid, we will have to need of a suitable vessel ere long. Agreed, and I would ask the rest of you to meet me in Sullen, and to be prepared for a warm reception. Albric! It's earlier, so it should be easier for Albric to be here because it's, you know, sensible time in Sweden. Going to Sullen. Okay, Sullen is just outside of town. I suppose if we're going to be getting into a fight, I need to put my hat on, shut my visor. This outfit looks a little bit sillier when I'm not a Lala. But you know what? It's fine. I kind of like not being dark and moody when it comes to Reaper, though, because it's just like such a subversion of the expectations, you know?
Yeah.
And it makes it stand out all the more when I go edge. Speaking of going edge, I like Communio, and I can't wait until we can use it regularly also. Communio needs to sit in a place that I can actually access it. Alt-G can be Communio. It's so cool. I'd show it off, but it takes a moment. Because you have to grind up to your edge, and then you need to run through the entire edge cycle, and you pop Communio at the end to terminate the edge. It goes wah and deals a bunch of damage. Stola! He said the palace is the opposite shore, but I see nothing on the horizon save empty sky. Curious. The Exarch said to prepare for a warm reception. Let's hope it's more cordial than his last visit. I think warm was a pun. I was relieved to hear the Exarch intended to arrange for a boat to carry us across the lake. Not that I would be opposed to swimming, mind you. Excuse me.
Bless you.
Exarch. As I told you before, I've scarcely set foot on the palace grounds when I was set upon by our host's familiars, and I expect our reception today to be no different, which is why I propose we march through the main gate, weapons drawn. I'm sorry, but are we not here to petition for assistance? We can't honestly think barging in looking for a fight will persuade them. Actually, I believe the Exarch may have the right of it. They have no doubt procured a great deal of time and energy into their creations. Were I them, I should be most interested to meet with those who should overcome my defenses. As long as you don't tell Feoul that we didn't call her. As would any true seeker of knowledge. There's little we can say or do to convince them to help us if we know nothing of their character, nor less why they choose to hide themselves from the world. But if we can seize their interest, mayhap we can earn our audience. Weapons drawn it is, then. I must say, Exarch, you certainly seem to be enjoying all this. Do I? Well, I'll not lie that I enjoy the thought of fighting alongside you all rather than pacing about the inside of the Crystal Tower. You both seem in rather high spirits, if you ask me. Although I'm surprised your moods invariably improve when Gobo's around. What are you implying? She averted a calamity, and lights seem to the consumer has been extinguished. It's only natural we'd be pleased to see her. As well, if you've plenty of time to celebrate her good health after we finished here. Of course, let's proceed to the palace. Gosh, I have a thing stuck in my nose. And that did it. Albrecht keeps typing. Albrecht. Let's see if we can get Albrecht here, and then we'll have to see if we can find someone to take it up, or we can, like, force our rando in. You're right. There's something down there, I know it. Do you want... Well, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I'll keep you safe. Bop, bop. I'll keep you safe. Don't you worry. See? We're gonna be safe. In fact, we'll even check it out. Let's see if there's anything down here. Let's reveal... Let's alleviate her concerns. What's down here? A lot of deep water. It's so awkward that this is called the Source when the main world that Eorzea is on is called the Source. That's actually kind of cute. I like the I like this. I like this crystal thingy.
Nope, I hit a wall.
Well, don't walk into walls. Gosh. You know, I feel like we really don't make good enough. Oh, there's a wall. We don't make good enough use of underwater areas. Hey, don't walk into the wall. Ouch, there's a wall. You didn't tell me it was invisible. Gosh. We really fail to make proper use of these underwater areas, I think.
I feel like now they're just kind of there just to be there.
Yeah, they were there in Shadowbringers, but like we haven't really made good use of them since. Here you are, ma'am. I found the thing under the water, and I've brought it above just for you.
Mar,
I'm
I
not
am
hearing
the underwater rhino.
I'm not hearing anything from Albrecht. So do we want to see if we have any friends online who are interested?
Alright.
Dantas is G-posing. Rick Pry is online. We could try to bother Eisen, or we could just queue up. I mean, it's just a normal dungeon. How bad could it be? Or, you know, this is the way we do it. Party Finder. Normal. Dungeon. Grand Cosmos. We want to get it done. Mine. There we go. Recruit members. And now I can open Party Finder. Grand Cosmos. To the frequent flyers. Bow. Gosh, we've been running for an hour?
Have we really?
Time flies when you're trying not to do anything serious because you have a hard stop at 3 o'clock. Although, I have a massive headache. I might do a brief BRB at 3 and just poke to make sure that the main presenter hasn't been called into work. And remote into the meeting instead of hauling myself across the city if I'm not going to have to cover for the presentation because my head hurts. And if that's the case, then I'll have like another hour or two because I won't have the hard stop then until 5:30. Hey! The dark matter clusters I stole from the free company just sold for 47,000 gil.
Neat. Aw, on your end, it doesn't look like I'm doing the splash effect.
Rip.
No, it doesn't show on my end either. Wonder if it's because I put limited on the party member effect.
Probably why. Okay, I have so many more mounts than just these two. I know, I have so many more mounts. Come on. Hey, we have a bloom. Party. The salutes. Ready check. I'm sure it'll be fine. Worst case scenario, I'll buy people more. Okay, and I promised mine. So we need mine. And we need Grand Cosmos. Woohoo! Because nothing is better than suffering, right?
I suffered with that overgrown tree man.
Whoa. Wah! Except it's not wah anymore.
Okay, guess we're going left.
Yeah. That's what we like to see. I probably should have used Arcane Circle there, so we'd have it back by the boss, but it was fine. Aha.
Lights? Oh, that's those kinds of lights. Ah.
Good job.
Woohoo.
Good team. And we have our Seeker of Solitude.
Oh, how we missed this.
I imagine I want to not be in the way of those rooms. Not quite sure how I'm supposed to avoid that, but I know I am. It's okay. It's not as if dungeons are hard. And before I get myself killed doing some shit like that. Yay! We pulled it off somehow.
Yay.
I need to clog my inventory with some aiming stuff. That seems silly. Woo! Hey, I see.
Oh, okay then.
The edge. The edge has consumed my glam. Haha. Oh, I get to start this fight with Edge. But I might hold off a little for the Arcane Circle. Oh. Okay. What the heck's happening here? Huh?
I don't know.
Oh, I see. We're trying to make those not be on the grass. Okay.
No.
We made it, but at what cost?
I was doing pretty good till then.
Woohoo! Okay. Hi. Woohoo! There we go. Aw, this is cute.
This is a pretty nice
I
palace.
should not be at the back of the pack if I'm the frickin' melee. I'm getting distracted. Why am I not being able to move? Oh, I got paralyzed. Okay. That explains that then. Oh, hi.
Oh, there's more of them.
These are chunky boys here. I don't want to use my burst window on Lord Tothwell. The lame-o. Oh hi, we got more goodies. Yay.
Oh, it's a ballroom.
Yay, and they're having dances. And Oh. The dance is over. The real dance begins.
Is it time for a ballroom
We've
blitz?
sullied these halls long enough. Come, Lugas, our guests yet want for company. Time to dance with Lugas.
But we haven't even gotten to do the time warp.
Listen. It's just a jump to the left, and then a step to the right.
Okay, there's a piano. Oh! Ow! Okay. No, wait.
I see.
Oh.
Plush sofa was where I wanted to go. I guess we're going back to the starting. Hopefully the tank comprehends that everyone is dead and a suicide would be appreciated. But I see. I need to go run and catch something flammable on fire so that I don't just die.
Okay.
And someone else ran for the curtain, so I could hit curtain. Wow.
Wait, which way was it?
I don't remember. This way.
Oh, through here.
But of course, the most important person to make sure that they don't die is you. Hey! Bloom described it for us. Yay, we figured it out.
I figured somewhat, not all of it. Like, I saw the person running to the curtains, and I was thinking it was a fireplace to put our flames in. That was my logic.
Yeah, we figured it out. But I appreciate that Bloom gave us that. It's nice to have people covering for my incompetence.
Well, at least my little dash like recharged.
So we need to make sure we don't blow up furniture so we can burn. Here comes the Bloom! Yay!
Alright. Round two?
Round two.
Okay. Oh, there goes the piano. I got the drapes.
I've got the sofa.
If we have to do this again, I call dibs on that stool.
Okay. I intend.
Okay, never mind. On the stool. It's gone.
Oh goodness, I think we might be in trouble if that happens again. See if you can't give all the fire to me if it happens again. Nope, there's a sofa! And a chandelier.
Okay, make sure you don't get too close to the things. Oh, dang it.
I didn't get out of the way of Scorching Right. No. Oh, and you're dead. How did you dead? Were you also too slow for Scorching Right?
Not for Scorching Right. I was dead for a while. Remember those stacks that turned into block?
Ah.
I couldn't get out of the way fast enough. I was trying to avoid having them hit the furniture.
That was also me. Okay. I imagine that they are probably not going to make it, so I'm going to go back. Because it's not like they have any res. And I can at least go cheer for them. Poor Bloom, like, what did I get into? He's wondering. Come on, Bloom, you can do it. I believe in you. At least survive long enough for us to get back. No. You know what we can say? It's okay. Third time is the charm. And I have good temperature readings. I did get a little mwah moment. I think that's also everyone is like messaging me on every fucking piece of software in existence while I'm streaming. Even though I said, hi, I'm streaming at this time because of the meeting later, so please don't message me. And then they all start pinging and exploding. I have to close out like a bazillion things one moment. I think that might be eating stuff. Go away. Okay. Well.
Alright.
If I had a brain. Actually, no, in this case it's not a brain. In this case it's if I had people who listened to me. Well. But at least I got to go. At least I got to go sit in the district court when they made it. When they put a TRO on the enforcement of the transphobic orders.
Is it this way?
No! God damn it. I swear I know my left from right. wait until after Mortal Flame is done. Okay, now we can drop the edge. Fire's Domain, I don't remember this one.
He'll charge at us and then swing in that direction. Okay, I think we don't get bone stacks if we're, like, far enough. Oh no. Whew.
Whoa, third time was the charm. Whoa. Especially Yay Bloom. Don't forget to calm.
If we just leave right away.
We're Party Finder. There's no comms.
No.
What there is, real quick, is a G-pose. Okay, where is everyone? Like that. I love these silly G-poses that just don't really have much form or function that I've started doing because they're just silly. It's like, oh my gosh, how do I not hide everyone with my ghost? And I swing around the other way is how. And I swing away far enough. There we go. Perfect. Oh, that's great. I love it. Okay. It's done. Do the loot. Absolutely nothing for me in this dungeon. I am so sad.
I'm like, all that trouble, and there was only one loot from the chest.
Everything was aiming. I hope you're grateful, Hullaballi.
That was my fiercest familiar. Oh, impressive.
Oh, it's a doggo!
Yeah, didn't they say that it was one of them?
Oh,
I
they
forgot
did.
the name.
A Nomu, yeah.
Backlogue, 'tis good to see you again after all these years.
I have a hair stuck to my computer screen somehow.
And judging by your vigorous greeting, I dare say the feeling is mutual. To be sure, a simple shake of the hand would have sufficed by way of welcome, but I shan't complain. But you must be wondering as to the purpose of our visit. We come to beg your assistance in a most urgent matter.
Oh my god, how rude. Graha, that was rude.
Sake? Beg?
Our comrades' very souls are in danger. If we are to save them, we will need the benefit of your unsurpassed knowledge on the matter. Please, will you not sit and hear our plea?
Oh, how dare you! How dare you speak thus in my presence!
It might just be me, but I think maybe hate criming the person we're begging for help is not the right way to go about it, Graffatia. Oh my gosh.
It was to escape such words of temptation that I hid myself from the world of men. You are sinners, one and all, and I swore never again to have any part in your affairs.
I can only imagine what terrible events forced you into a life of seclusion. But I know that the Eulmore are a good and noble folk. It is not in your nature to turn a blind eye to the plight of those around you. And in treating with us, I am certain whatever mistrust you feel for man will
I don't know if that was intentional or not, but...
Alfie. No. We just need to tell him that we're not willing to roll over and take it.
I guess we could always stay our head out of this.
If you will not be satisfied, I suppose I could listen. After all, there's no harm in just... No.
Oh, I remember the court mage.
Not again. That damn court mage seemed to have the best of intentions too, and countless innocents died for my naivety. Oh, you know not what you ask of me.
Yeah, the court mage is a jerk.
Horrors my knowledge has wrought.
Refuse all you want, we won't lie down and accept defeat.
Oh, because I did the tank row quest, I know what he's talking about. I have a third option.
Oh.
You mean the magical plague of Oibert?
Oh.
Of all the visitors I could possibly have, they're even more stubborn than I am.
I just had to join in the hate crimes.
Oh. No.
Oh, that's what it was.
Oh. Very well. I will hear your petition, but that is all.
So there's a chance we might risk turning our friends into monsters if we do this wrong.
Well, let's not do it wrong then.
commensurate with your contribution to our cause. No more and no less, I promise you. With that settled, might I impose upon you to join us at the Crystarium? I'm afraid the nature of my friend's predicament calls for absolute secrecy.
My Uldan nature still gets a little upset when we're not trying to screw them or to have them screw us back. Kalabali, you're desynthesizing all of our effort? I died for that!
You know what? I got this pelt of aiming. Poof!
I've got this war scythe that I don't really like. Can I desynthesize this seat? What? No, I need to use that. I'm not going to desynthesize a card I don't have. What the hell? I'm not insane. I can't desynthesize cards anyway. You're all monsters.
Huh, this is a nice looking staff. It looks more like a weather vane.
You'd best not desynthesize that shit. I will go insane if you desynthesize a cute staff. Sublime solution. I got a tungsten seal ingot. I mean, I probably shouldn't have. I probably should have kept the scythe in case someday I wanted it, but it looks so dumb. Alfie, save me from these people who are desynthesizing the fruits of my labor. There you are. The others have gone ahead to the Crystal Tower with Becklug. For the record, I truly wish we hadn't had to resort to using such words when treating with them. I've ever sought to convince, not compel, yet I cannot deny that part of me is glad Ariandre shared his knowledge of the Nomu with us. Had he not, Becklug wouldn't be here. Speaking of whom, we should hurry. To keep our guests waiting would only add insult to injury. Indeed. He shouldn't have to wonder what we're up to. That one was forced and terrible.
Yeah,
Let's
I
not doubt
got
him
it.
anymore. Gobo, if Becklug is to hear the truth of our travails, you of all people should be present. Okay. But I don't need my hat and scythe on, so there we go.
But yeah, the tank role quest showed us a bit more about that court mage.
Well, I intend to stream the tank role quests when I get a tank up to the appropriate level. Which is kind of
wish
tough.
you good luck.
Which is kind of tough when I have a bad time tanking. I just I need to bully people in the link shell into just joining me on some weekday and partying up with me so that I can tank with people who I know aren't going to go insane about me sucking. And then I can also learn how to tank. That's just what I need to do.
Let's go to Crystarium. Do-do-do-do-do-do.
I'm sorry. You mean to tell me not only that the return of night was your doing, but that you hail from another world as well?
Yep, I'm the warrior of light.
Everything we told you, of the source, the shards, the 7 umbral calamities, all of it is true. I realize how fantastical it sounds, and I would not blame you for doubting our testimony. But given your expertise, you must surely have noted the peculiar nature of their souls.
Any other time and I would have dismissed your stories as balderdash and flummery. But upon closer inspection, 'tis plain their souls are far denser than is normal, and that they do not possess true bodies. Save you. Your body is your own, and your soul is the densest of them all.
You call me dense?
As I said before, were it not for their heroism, the skies over Norvrant would still be awash with light, the realm yet at the mercy of 4-3 and the Sin Eaters. After all they have done for our home, seeing them safely back to their own seems the very least we can do.
Your tale is intriguing. Yes, very intriguing indeed. Simply to hear it is fitting payment in itself. As for your friends, I can but agree. Their valorous deeds on behalf of Norvrant are deserving of recognition, of their own fitting payment.
You will help us then?
I will. I would see my knowledge put to good use for a change. I do have one condition, however. I am not the spry young Numo I once was. As such, I will require assistance in my fieldwork and testing.
It would be our pleasure. We'll be laboring for our own benefit after all.
Yeah, I can do that. Beckluck. I probably should have talked to everyone else first, but give me more info, Beckluck. See if I can do your whiny voice. No, you spun quite a tale, but tell me, have you given any thought as to how you might return to your world? That's not quite right, but it's good enough. White aura site, you say? An intriguing proposition. But one which fails to account for the present state of your souls. They may have become highly charged, likely as a consequence of having maintained a tangible form for so long. In such an energetic, unstable state, there's no telling what may happen to their souls within an aura site. They could very well become immutable transference, never to be restored to their bodies. Then, would it be possible to force our souls into a state of dormancy prior to transference? In theory, yes, but the soul's not a candle to be snuffed out and relit on a whim. Well, that sounds ominous. What exactly would rendering our souls dormant entail? In order to maintain a corporeal form, your souls constantly draw aether from your surroundings. This process must be halted, and the resulting surfeit of aether removed. Your minds would be ultimately separated from these foe bodies of yours, rendering you incapable of interacting with the world around you. A cruel fate under normal circumstances, but one that will be rectified on your return home. Leaving lifeless husks, like those poor souls at the inn in Journey's Head, corrupted by the Sin Eaters, their aether made stagnant by the light. Corrupted? Stagnant? Might I see these unfortunate individuals? Why? Do you think you might be able to help them? I might, or I might not. But I shan't know for sure until I've seen their condition firsthand. But I'd be glad to take you to them, on the understanding that you won't do anything that might increase their suffering. It was my faith in man I lost, not my compassion. Well, I see no need for all of us to accompany you. While you escort our guests to the inn, I'll assist Oriange in creating the requisite Aurosite. I believe my talents would be better applied to that endeavor as well. Might I leave the three of you to assist Becklock as necessary? Let us make for armoring, then. With the looming, unfinished specter of the Eden quests hanging over us. It's okay, we'll get back to those next week. I am 90% sure I have nothing that I have to do next week. Well, that's not true. I have things I have to do next weekend. I have an event I have to go to at noon, and I think that's on Sunday. And then I have another thing that is probably going to be Sunday. But nothing that should interfere with stream. Today is the day of the once monthly mess with stream thing. Hey, my son, how are you? He's a bugabugabugabing. He's a bugabugabugabing. He's a bugabugabugabugabugabugabing. My joy. Oh my god. Sorry, I actually cried a little. He's mumbling. Yay. Healthy. Having broken Light's stranglehold on the first, I'd like to believe they'll one day recover. I fear that day may not come soon. Becklock told me they wish to meet the worst afflicted. Halric. There are times I swear there's something he wants to tell me. If only could form the words. It's okay. We're here for you. Well. Halric, this is Becklock. Becklock is going to take a look and see if there's anything he can do to help, okay? Becklock, if you hurt Halric, I will pull your intestines out. Do you understand me? Good dog. So this is Halric, is it? Yes, his etheric balance leads precariously towards the light. Towards stasis. What do you suppose will happen to him? Oh, not too bright, are you, boy? Same as all poor souls corrupted by the light. He'll become a sin-eater. You don't know that. We defeated the Wardens and banished the light from the night sky. Halric was completely unresponsive before, but now... and perhaps there's yet hope. If I may, there's a treatment I wish to administer to the patients. What sort of treatment? In the course of my studies of the soul, I once created a tonic that could temporarily stimulate the aether in one's body. After some refinement, it came to be used by the Knights of Vobert. Then for darker purposes. Alas, it did fall in the wrong hands. I swore never again to make it. But for their sakes, I'll break my oath. Well, it's not like to reverse the stagnation, mind you, but it should offer some measure of relief. Treat the patients with soul tonic. Pawnil? Have some soul tonic. What's this warmth I feel in my chest? Todden, have some soul tonic. He stares at you like the tonic had no effect. Oh no. Voin. I have some tonic for you, Voin. I feel warm. My legs, they don't feel as heavy. Yes, they seem to have worked. It seems to have done some good for everyone but Todd, and if it hurts Halric, well, don't screw up, Beck. That's all I have to say. Now then, have you noted any change in the patients? A noticeable rise in body temperature, increased motor function, in most of the patients at least. The more severely afflicted show no response. As I feared, then. 'Tis true that with the restoration of night, the corrupting influence of light will no longer grow, and yes, their bodies will naturally return to equilibrium given time, but this holds true only for their corporeal aether. Their incorporeal aether, that of the soul, is not so easily mended. Which is why those in later stages of corruption, like Halric, appear unaffected by your tonic. Precisely. The boy's soul is too far gone, his mind held together by the finest of threads. There's a chance he may one day recover, of course, but it could take years. Decades, even. By the gods, he could wait to find himself an old man. A fine reward for his persistence. The opportunity to mourn the life he never had a chance to live. No, there must be something we can do. Look, I realize this is not where we petitioned your aid, but do you think it possible we can find a way to hasten their recovery? Maybe. Nor do I think it impossible that in treating them we might learn something of relevance to your own predicament. Vaguely trans narrative here. But it's never too late. Do you hear me, Halric? We'll keep fighting. It is never too late. Oh, well. He looked at me! He looked at me! He looked at me! It's not too late. I suspect the Crystal Exarch has told you of my past. But I was once a mage of the royal court of Vobert, and that spellcraft was my field of study. The tonic you administered to the patients here is one of the fruits of my labors. I hope to do great things for the kingdom. But in the end, my knowledge brought only suffering, a plague the likes of which none had ever seen. In the hands of unscrupulous men, what should have been my greatest triumph instead became my greatest shame. And now you have a chance to redeem yourself.
At least the Warriors of Light took care of him.
That I do. A comforting thought indeed. You can always choose to stop being bad and to do good. Let us return to the task at hand, finding a means by which we might revitalize these people's incorporeal aether. Do you think it can be done? Where the sky is still ablaze with primordial light, I would call it an exercise in futility. But now... now we may have a chance. The method I have in mind will entail the conjuring of a familiar. They are able to amplify the energies poured into them, making them the perfect conduit for aether revitalizing magics we will ultimately employ. If you're about to launch into a lengthy explanation of the metaphysics of your plan, don't bother. I'd rather get on with doing whatever it is that needs to be done, if that's all the same to you. Whatever reagents must be procured or spells invoked, I'll do it. I admire your spirit. Very well, your first task will be to gather the materials. The purest of waters and the finest of clays, as well as a fey lantern brimming with pixie magic. If you're convinced the resulting familiar could help the patients, fine. Alphino, the water and clay will be simple enough, but I think you know what we'll have to do to get the lantern. You don't mean... The pixies took quite a liking to us before. If we humor them with our company, I'm sure they'll be willing to help us. We could talk to my wife. We're forgetting that I am married to the king of the pixies. I'm impressed you've been there at all, let alone befriended the Fey folk. But while you're at it, seek out the Pneumo of Plini. They'll be able to supply you with water suitable to our needs. Right, let's get this over with, shall we? There remains a matter of clay. Will I prevail upon you to find it? Sure. I guess we're just not bothering Faol about petty things like that. Clay from Umarang would likely be best. Know you anyone who might be able to assist us? The Twine Miners, probably. Ah, yes, they'd be able to point you in the right direction, I'm sure. While you and the twins are occupied, I'll see if there's aught else I can learn of the stagnation which afflicts the people here. Okay. Magnus! I need purest clay. Wow.
Gobbo, what a coincidence. Ah, we've come to a good time. We've just at this moment finished repairing the Talos and trolley you took to Nabatharang. Our trolley was no trouble, but the Talos would have been another matter, had we not had a visit from Master Chai. He offered us a share of the leftover building materials from Daedalus Stoneworks, as well as a few trade secrets to help us along. Clever man, that China's. Seemed pretty keen on the ideas I had for putting the giant Talos to work. Like a giant trolley, but Magnus still refuses to see all the good we could do with it. You're entitled to your dreams, Jarek, but it doesn't mean you can go harassing our guests with them. Master Chai's just being polite. Something tells me Gobo here didn't come all this way to talk about trolleys. What is it you need, friend?
Purest clay.
See, and this familiar requires clay from Umarang.
The purest clay. Thank you, kid. Saying that, it's not exactly a commodity nowadays, but there must be some lurking somewhere or other waiting to be dug up.
If I'm not mistaken, there was a time they used to take clay from Mount Bryn mines to make adobe bricks. The place is swarming with coyotes now, but if you're after good stuff, you could do worse than look there.
Let's go get some good old clay, then. Burb lunch. Ah, we're taking the Earth Horse that I unlocked this morning. Perfect. Wah. Great Horse of Earth, you can sense the direction of purest clay. Go forth. Fetch it for us. Rah. I am going the wrong direction. I am going towards Eden. Horse. That's not the way to clay. My laptop is still getting a little warm. Not terrible. But it is still a little warm. If I see it spike, then I'll just adjust things. I have some spare thermal paste in case of the need for it. Oh, hi. You think you could not? Thanks. Sorry, I wanted to not waste my soul thing. Can I ride that with you? No.
I don't think you can.
Brute Justice Transmode!
This is an oppressor.
Oppressor is part of Brute Justice. Where's the rest of Brute Justice? We need to
I
transmode.
only have the oppressor.
I need to run those raids. I've been watching the entire time my laptop's been broken. I've been watching you all running those raids going, no! And I've been angry because it was all held up by fucking FedEx. And the thing is, I get fed up, right? And I convinced the company to just ship it again through USPS. And it arrives from USPS. And then later the same day USPS delivers it, FedEx goes, oh, we delivered it. We could have delivered it this entire time. Whoops. So I paid extra for FedEx to deliver it fast. And then it was delayed 2 weeks. And then, number one, USPS delivered it faster than FedEx at an ordinary speed. And then I didn't even get a chance to get the refund because FedEx, instead of... To make it worse, I told FedEx to return the package. And FedEx fucking delivered it despite me telling them to return it. I am so pissed off at FedEx. If I have my way, I will never ship or receive a package from them again. How'd your stuff go, Alfie? The pixies were constantly confusing me with Alice. In jest, I assume. It's not like we look that much alike. We don't look that much alike, do we? Alfie, I want you to know. Hi, Alice. That better be the only thing we need from the pixies. I have to endure one more prank, so help me gods. Hey, Beckluck. That wins every turn, in one piece at that. I was convinced the pixies would turn at least one of them into a garden ornament, but no. You have the clay, I take it? Here you are. Oh, wonderful. We need but combine the clay and water, then heat the mixture with a fey lantern. After that, it will be a simple matter of settling upon a suitable form and performing the necessary incantation. Beckluck, I have a question. In the event that we need this spell and you weren't around, would it be possible for another to perform the incantation? Assuming they possess the requisite skill, yes. Halric and the others may have suffered so much, and I swore to do everything in my power to save them. If there's a chance the spell could do that, I would be the one to invoke it. Yep, you should be the one to do so. A deep understanding of the subject's physical state, combined with a strong desire to help them, can drastically increase the magic's effect. And you are plainly more familiar with these people than I. I dare say there are few in all Norvrend more dedicated to finding a cure. Is that not so, Gubbo? Oh, that was Alphino. Absolutely. She's the best woman for the job. I'll give it my all. For Halric. For Tesleen. Then we're all of mind on the matter. Alice will be the one to conjure the familiar. Let's
By
go.
the way, what's at the mini Tengu?
It came from one of the things. I forget where I got it.
Let us begin. I trust you've prepared the clay?
Alice
Very good. Now, I would have you sculpt for me a porksy.
Oh, a porksy.
Plump, with floppy ears and a short curly tail.
A porksy. I think I know what you mean.
I know what he means.
Alice, show me the porksy.
There we are. How's that?
That is not a porksy.
Well, it is certainly creative. There's no denying that.
I shouldn't be laughing. I could not do better.
Yes, I know.
I probably
art is
could.
very funny.
I might.
Pay him no mind, child. Though it may look like a grotesque parody of reality, it is what the invoker believes that matters.
Wow. Beckluck is getting back at us for all of the sit and roll over jokes.
You're not helping.
But I speak the truth. If successful, this incantation will turn imagination into reality. Which is why the only thing of import is what you believe this figure embodies. You must focus. Hold the Porksy's image steady in your mind's eye. Now then, as I taught you, relax and allow your energies to flow.
Channel those Porksy vibes.
With flesh of clay I bid thee rise, on wings of dreams to touch the skies. What once was idle fantasy, I call forth to reality.
Boom. Congratulations, the grotesque portrayal of... it's a grotesque parody of reality.
Now, let us see what can be done for young Halric.
Excite. Halric, are you ready to take the pork?
Through the operation of the magics you invoked to animate this familiar, it is now replete with the energies required to stir the boy's soul.
Yay.
You need but give it a name, and it will do as your heart desires.
A name.
What name are we going to name it?
Blanket.
All right, I've decided. Now.
Don't share with the class, Alize.
Oh, okay.
Go, Angelo!
I'm sorry, Angelo? Halric! Oh my god, it's a...
Mother... I...
Girls, resolve is quite impressive. One might almost think she drew strength from another. But the 12, it was only a moment he spoke. There may yet be hope for these people. Alaric. You're not Alaric. Alize? Alize? I know I'm married to Tatru in the source, and Feul in the first, but if we go to the second, I will wife you for this, I swear. Oh my gosh, I love you. Thank you. How is he? Becklook, did it work? I believe it did. You and your fledgling familiar have done well. My eyes do not deceive. A hint of colors returned to his soul. Gods, I would jump for joy if I weren't so exhausted. So close now, Alaric. As you are, even now, is in the process of discovering this magic asks so much of the Invoker. But you may not have realized that the same is also true of the subject. As such, we must proceed with caution. However, with further treatment, I have the utmost confidence this boy will make a full recovery. Observing the reanimation of his stagnant soul has been most enlightening. I will need time to put my theories to the proof, but I believe I can fashion a spell to produce the opposite effect. That is, to induce stagnation, thus enabling our safe transport back to the source via Aurosite. A thought occurred to me about this treatment. Beckluck said when the soul's rendered dormant, the mind is separated from the body, that a person becomes incapable of interacting with the world around them. Does that not sound a lot like some of the tempered back in the source? Not really. It's the fate most tempered to become slaves to primals, save a handful. Am I missing something? If I can master this technique, the art of revitalizing the soul, I know of at least one in the source who could desperately use such... Oh! Did we just find a cure for the tempered?
If not a cure, then at least a step in the right direction.
Gabu! It's Gabu! Exactly. His condition's uncannily similar to Halaric's, is it not? The only difference is the soul was suffused with Earth's aspect of Aether instead of light. It follows that if his soul is subjected to the same kind of stagnation, there's a chance we can save him, right? Forgive me, but whom is this Gabu fellow, if you misspeak? He's a kobold back of the source who got suffused with Earth Aether by Titan when his family got murdered and summoned, and blah blah blah. I see. His condition does sound similar, but there's much more about the soul that remains unknown even to me. I say this not to discourage you, but to demand you that this delicate work we do here requires patience. Of course. As long as there's hope for the patience here, I'll devote whatever time is needed to see this through. Alice, you don't have the time. I refuse to spend that time in idleness. If it's all the same to you, I'd like to stay here with Angelo and continue treatments. The two of you should return to the Crystarium and see if you can't make some headway into their newly posited theories. I'll tell you to rest first, but see you're not to be convinced. The fire of youth. Let's return to the Crystarium, then. Finally, I found you. Oh my gosh, it's you! Kalshir, what are you doing here? There's trouble at Eulmore. Lady Chai's besides herself, sighing, pacing, the whole lot. Near enough begged me to find you. Sighing and pacing, you say? It must be urgent. I take it I'll be returning to the Crystarium alone. Go on, then. It's not as if I have anything for you to do. Thank you, Beckluck. Sorry for bothering you and all that, but she says the future of Eulmore is at stake. Well. Lady Chai's up in the parlor. Best not keep her waiting, eh? Let us go. See Lady Chai. As Hawk is absorbed. Do we need to wait for Hawk to be deburbed? Oh, my heat temperature just went up. I just spent like $100 basically to fix this. I don't want it to be like... Okay. I think it might behoove me to just like find and spend some money on a like tray thing. We're fine. Okay. I just need to improve airflow. Cashier? It was the folks at the Crystarium who told me down at Journey's Head, and lucky for me you still were, running around after people's tiring work. Well, not here seems out of the ordinary, though I do not see Lady Chai anywhere. Probably pacing around outside again, staring off in the distance and all that, sighing. Strange. Let's see if I can find her and discover the source of her distress. Probably her husband is busy. They did put me in this game here. So I am gonna guess that she's upset because her husband is busy and she wants cuddles and he can't give them to her. Hey! Am I right? Are you upset because your favorite person is not here to be like snuggle snuggle? I also feel like I should remind people that this is basically what I look like IRL, not like this. And I wish that for the most part I could make my character look like her. Like, it bugs me that I have to be this little tiny twig little doll, because like I'm not. And it wah.
Lady Chai, whatever is the matter?
I'm saying let us make fat characters in games, eh?
I knew not where else to turn. Oh, this is all too much for my poor heart to bear alone.
Alone? What of Master Chai?
But that is the very reason I summoned you. He's gone.
What? What happened?
It all began after the events at Mount Golg. With Lord Vorthry out of the way, we all agreed that a new leader must be chosen.
And so you held an election?
Yes, well, sort of. Not a single person volunteered to stand, you see. After a lifetime of leisure, we free citizens have grown somewhat indolent. Readapting to the harsh realities of life is trying enough, but to take charge of a broken city as well? No one wanted such responsibility. Nevertheless, Eulmore could not well do without a leader, and so we decided that anyone and everyone should be considered a candidate. And after we cast our ballots and tallied the votes, the mayorship fell upon my dear husband.
Well, given the manner in which he orchestrated the construction of the giant Talos, none could deny his leadership qualities.
But even before then, he had proven himself at Daedalus Stoneworks, don't forget. He is more than qualified for the role. The perfect choice. Indeed. I told him as much when his victory was first announced. But perhaps I was too forceful in my attempt to encourage him. For shortly after that, he vanished without a word.
Oh no. I mean, I was right, but also, oh no!
You believe he was so daunted by the burden of leadership that he felt compelled to flee? Please, Lady Chai, dry your eyes. Your husband does not strike me as the sort of man who would abandon his duty, much less his beloved wife. There has to be some other reason for his absence.
One moment, someone is texting me, and it's one of those things that I'm like, this could be important. Okay, it's not important, but it could have been.
You truly think so? What about you? What do you think has become of my husband?
I don't think he's fled. No. He loves you too much. He wouldn't leave without you. If he were fleeing, he would have picked you up and gone waddling with you in his arms and, like,
Master Chai loves you
blown
all the world, and he will return.
Blown an aneurysm and fallen over on the side. We're gonna go find out what's going on. We're gonna bring him back, and then he's
Wherever
gonna
he may have gone,
he's gonna break his back with a big hug, and that's how it should be. Rah.
Thank you, my dear boy. You have set my mind at ease. I will trust in my husband and await his return.
Every fat girly needs her favorite person nearby so that she can give a big bear hug and crack their back. Rah. That's an argument toward going in person to this meeting, even if my head hurts, because my FP is going to be there. Maybe. Probably. Well, Alfie? Makes no sense for Master Chai to have left without a word, but even if he had, he would not have done so unobserved. Someone here will have seen something, I'm sure of it. We should split up and inquire. Yes, we should. In the canopy, in the buttresses, in the derelicts. Wow. Moen, you know what's going on. Master Chai? Why, yes, I spoke with him recently. Though I recall he was in a rather dour mood, concerned about Eulmore's neglect of industry, you see. With Lord Valthry's apparently inexhaustible stores of mole, and no great need for money, it's little wonder our businesses were all but forgotten under his rule. But I assured Master Chai that the Boutique of Splendors will do all it can to contribute to the revival of trade here in Eulmore, which seemed to satisfy him. He took leave soon after. Aha. Can't give me Peloton? Oh, rip. To the butt.
How do I get down? Oh, this way.
We could have just teleported. Apparently, that would have been better.
Yeah.
Hindsight, etc. But my head really does hurt, and I don't want to go across the town. Hey, Corey.
Looking for Master Chai, are you? Something I missed? Last I saw him, he seemed ready to collapse from exhaustion. I insisted he rest and catch his breath, and we talked for a while about his concerns over city defenses, among other things. He made more than a few valid points. Many of our men are still recovering after your confrontation with Lord Valthry, and finding General Ranjit in a heap in the middle of the plaza shook us all to the core. The man commanded no small amount of loyalty, and some of our longest-serving soldiers seemed lost without him. Indeed, a number of them left. Not that we blame you, of course. Without you and yours, we'd still be blind to the error of our ways. Anyway, funding permitting, I propose replenishing our ranks with volunteers from the derelicts in Cape Town. We have a duty to protect not only Eulmore, you see, but the surrounding regions as well, and I, for one, would welcome any man or woman willing to take up arms for their cause. Indeed, I told him as much, and he seemed relieved to hear it. It was on that note we parted ways. He headed outside, as I recall.
I see. There's the exit. I'm gonna point. Wow. Turns out that it was longer. Hey, you know anything, Hathi?
I recall a man fitting that description. Asked to speak with the poor buggers lately came from the right. Said he wanted to know the state of things down in the derelicts. You can be sure we gave him an earful. Lack of food, medicine, clothing, there's plenty to tell. We hunt high and low for whatever we can scavenge. It's barely enough to fill our bellies. Folk here don't want to just survive, we want to thrive. When we heard that, he started mumbling to himself something about finding us work, I think. Fair play to him, though. Not content with having his ear chewed about the derelicts, he asked about the other settlements and all. After that, I can't really say. It looked like he was headed for Gate Town when last I saw him.
I see. Alpha, no. What have you gotten us into? I don't think we actually have to do anything. I think he's just doing his job.
Got a little sidetracked and left without a note, but
yeah, he's doing his job. We don't need to be worrying. He's just doing his job. Where the hell are you, Alphino? Up here. God damn, I hate the derelicts. He's just doing his job, Alfie. Oh, there you are. How'd you fare? Have you learned anything which might offer a clue to Master Chai's whereabouts? Yeah, he's just doing his job. Interesting. Apparently paid a visit to the Queen Bee as well. They discussed the possibility of granting admission to customers from outside Eulmore, an idea which the proprietor was surprisingly receptive. Sounds like he's got big plans for the place. Eulmore, I mean, not the bee. Perhaps, but the question remains, where'd he go after leaving the city? Well, we can just go. How we know for certain is Master Chai has shown great concern not only for Eulmore, but the surrounding settlements. Seems logical, then. He wished to go outside and consult with everyone. Well, let's go. I'll meet at top rung. Okay. I don't actually care a lot about Alphino's blah blah blah. Love your sister, Alfie, but you go on and on and on. So rude of me. Okay.
Oh. I went too high.
Hastelot. Oh no, the name doesn't ring any bells. There was a rather dapper-looking Mistle gentleman here not long ago who wanted to talk about relations between Wright and Eulmore, or rather the lack of them. We lost a great many people to their promises of mill and a chance of lavish life among the free, and Valkyrie thought to take even more of us, conscribing the few able-bodied men we had left to guard his paradise. I needn't tell you what happened after the Sin Eaters came. Such things are hard to forgive. But Valkyrie's gone now, and we're curious to see what will become of Eulmore in his absence. That's what I told your friend. Chai knows, was it? I'm sure the others said the same. Not what he wanted to hear, I suppose, because he left soon after, and that was that. I see.
Yeah, it seems like he's on a diplomatic mission.
To boldly go where no Eulmoran has gone before.
But didn't he already technically left To where no Eulmore has gone to go when we are constructing the Talos?
Yeah, it's still there. Look at it. Wah. Ah. Big shining Talos. So we paid a visit to both Wright and Gate Town as well. I see. Kalshir and I gleaned much the same. He seems determined to salvage what goodwill might yet remain among the settlements of Calusia. The only likely place he has left to go being Amity. Therefore, we may yet catch up with him. Quick! Quick as the wind I go on my wind horse. Wah. Play Garuda's theme. Wow. Let's see if we can't get up behind him, surprise him. Hi. Gobo, Alphino, Kaishir, what are you doing here? We might ask you the same, Master Chai. We've been looking all over for you. Oh, looking for me? Whatever for? Lady Chai has been nigh inconsolable in your absence. Claims you disappeared without so much as a word and bade us return you to her side. Oh, what in the blazes are you talking about? I left a letter for her in our chambers. I suppose she could have overlooked it, and when she gets an idea in her head. I can only apologize. No harm done, Master Chai, but yes, harm done. Give her a hug and a little kiss and say, I need to go on my diplomatic mission across the realm of Eulmore. I ask what compelled you to come all this way? We were told you'd been elected mayor, and from what we've gathered from the villagers, you've been inquiring about people's grievances. Is it safe to assume you mean to take the office? No, let's not jump to conclusions. I did seek to learn the truth of the problems faced by the people of Calusia, that's true, but I'm by no means sure I'm the man to solve them. Tackling our many challenges require resources. Until I've secured them, it would not be right for me to assume the role of mayor. I see, and you believe said resources can be found here? Indeed, the people's grievances are many, but in the course of my inquiries I've already met with several individuals willing to lend their aid in addressing them. However, there remains one individual crucial for my plans, a man whose counsel might yet make a mayor of me. With respect, such forethought is itself proof of your suitability. The city needs you, Master Chai, and I'm certain this man of whom you speak, whoever he may be, will reach the same conclusion. For what little is worth, we will vouch for you should he require convincing. Yeah. And if he really denies it, we'll cut his legs off at the knee. I don't know what to say. You don't need to say anything. You got your actions to speak for you. As long as I can remember, all I wanted was to make it to Eulmore, but the dream's gone now, burst like a bubble, or a boil, more like. Anyway, outside of repaying Master Alphino, I haven't a clue what to do with myself. Spent most days in a daze, but you've been running up and down trying to find a way to fix this mess for everyone. And I reckon you can do it. You got this lot up gold, didn't you? How hard can marrying be? You're gonna steer Eulmore to a better future, I know it. And I want to help, properly help, do something that makes a difference. I don't know what it is yet, but I'll work out in the way. If you let me come with you, that is. You give me entirely too much credit, the lot of you. But I can't deny it gives me heart. Come then, let's press on together. Thank you, Master Chai. We mustn't get ahead of ourselves. Eulmore needs more than a man with good intentions. Which is why I'm here, to find one with the experience needed to see the city thrive. Who's this man exactly, and why are you certain he's here? Rendon is his name.
And yes, he is, or was. I'd scarcely begun to explain myself when he decided his time was better spent elsewhere. He served as chief advisor to Valthry's father when he was in office. If Ranjit was the mayor's right hand, this man Rendon was the left, and between them they kept Eulmore on the road to prosperity. The city needs more than a mere man of business, which is why I must find him. Even if you do, what makes you think he'll listen? Before giving chase, it might be wise to speak with those who know him here in Amity. They may be able to shed some light on his reason for rejecting your overtures out of hand. I suppose that makes sense. Perhaps we should start with Tristal then. As I recall, you made a rather favorable impression on him. I'm certain he'd be willing to talk to us. I feel like it's something that this game is doing the businessman knows how to rule thing, but he's like, I need a bureaucrat because the government is not a business. IRL could do with some of that. Tristal, sup? Greetings, friend. And you too, Master Cha. I presume you're here to ask after Rendon? Couldn't help overhearing your earlier exchange. Yes, well, with Valthry gone, Eulmore wants for a leader. Should no one else rise to the challenge, the city could well collapse. I came here seeking Rendon's counsel in the hopes we could build a better Eulmore together, and that is still my wish. Given how abominably you were mistreated there, I quite understand if you choose not to help. Worry not, Master Chai, I bear no grudge against you or the people of Eulmore, and I'd not see you suffer for Valthry's villainy. And you no doubt gathered your meeting, Rendon can be rather uncompromising. He has his principles, you see, and little patience for anyone he deems less committed to their own. Your desire to right the wrongs to your past, to Eulmore's past, is quite admirable. I fear the guilt you bear on the city's behalf works against you. I can see it in your eyes, the way you carry yourself. It goes without saying, but he sees it as well. You must let those feelings go, Master Chai. Be more assertive, commit to the course, and prove to him Eulmore has the resolve to change. The resolve to change. I believe he was heading towards Pit 8 when he left. We plan to go and speak with him. I suggest you be firm and clear in your intentions. Very well. To Pit 8 we go, and I'll not take no for an answer. Nay, not even a maybe. Rawr. To Pit 8. Whatever the hell Pit 8 is. How the hell is this a pit?
Hmm.
Well, well, it's you again. Well, I see you've invited your friends. Need them to fight your battles for you, do you?
No, I didn't invite them, as it happens. Though they are indeed my friends. Well, not only mine, but every true Eulmoreans. They are the ones who awakened us to the truth, to Lord Valthry's villainy. The famous warriors of darkness.
Are they now?
Yes, they are. It would be no exaggeration to call them our saviors. We owe much and more to their kindness, but we cannot depend on that kindness forever. To do so would be a little different from entrusting our affairs to Lord Valthry. Nay, we must learn to stand on our own 2 feet. And I would have them present to witness my attempt.
Hear, hear, Master Chai.
Your sentiments are admirable. Yet admirable sentiments do not a nation make. In my capacity as advisor, I once strove to build a better Eulmore. Gave honest counsel to my superiors, drafted laws for the benefit of one and all. But in time, my values fell out of favor. There was no need for them in this paradise Valthry was creating. and so I left my homeland behind. But you, Chai News, you were content to wallow in indolence under Vorthri's auspices. And so I cannot help but ask myself what manner of nation you intend to build.
Damn.
I can offer no simple answer to that question. But this much I will say. It is my hope that Eulmore can become a nation which her citizens might freely choose to build together. A great many people, myself included, flocked to Eulmore seeking sanctuary. The alternative being to live in fear and die in pain. It seemed an easy choice. And sanctuary we found. As much food and drink as we could ever want. Secured at the cost of the surrounding villages. Little wonder the people gathered at our doorstep, begging to work among the bonded. The free were blind to it all, of course. Content to, as you say, wallow in indolence. In ignorance. Were I mayor, I would first take stock of the city's resources and see that they were assigned equitably. Our days of reckless consumption are behind us. The distinction between free and bonded died with Vorthri. The needs of rich and poor alike must be considered if our nation is to survive.
Bro is very close to doing a socialism. Let's get him a little bit of education, eh?
To which end I would take steps to secure channels for supplies, rekindle relations with nearby settlements, who re-establish industry, reach out to neighboring nations, and the list goes on and on. But I am no ruler, nor even a politician. I am an entrepreneur. My expertise lie in planning and profit. I haven't the knowledge or experience to run a nation. Please, Rendon, will you not help me? Together, we could solve the city's problems. Build a Eulmore for the people.
A Eulmore for the people. I rather like the sound of that.
Make sure you talk about common ownership of the means of production.
But before I offer you my counsel, I would be certain of your ability to perform the duties of office.
You would?
You ask me to help you solve Eulmore's problems, but first I would see you solve one on your own. Accomplish that, and you will prove both to me and the people that you are a man worth following.
Well, China's, good luck. You don't need us hanging around for this, do ya? Alright then, is there a particular issue you'd have me resolve? You seem to have conducted an assessment of problems facing Eulmore now. I assume you agree, therefore, that the matter of dwindling food stores is most pressing. Ah, yes, mail being neither desirable nor a less sustainable option, I'd assume alternative foodstuffs now required to fill the void. And a man who hungers does not like to contribute much to society, save violence, perhaps. I wonder. Price of eggs, bitch. So tell me, how do you propose to solve this problem? Give me a satisfactory answer and I'll consider offering you my counsel.
A combination of measures would seem to be in order. One to address the immediate issue of supply, another that of production. Go on. For the present, Eulmore's coffers can be used to purchase food from our neighbours. That would afford us time to address the underlying problem that affects us all, the long-standing neglect of agriculture. The villages that once served as sources of trade for foodstuffs must be repopulated, their means of production restored. This assumes, of course, that we can rekindle relations with our neighbours, guarantee security and stability in the region, and most importantly, find people willing to leave the city and take up rebuilding efforts. My. Think of that all by yourself, did you? Well, yes. It began as a rather abstract plan I drafted some time ago, after speaking with the peoples of Eulmore and the nearby settlements. You've impressed me, Chinese. I have? Well, that is a relief. Oh, you haven't secured my support yet, only my attention. Grand plans will not be enough to persuade the masses. If you would ask them to rebuild, you must provide them the means to do so. It is your responsibility as mayor to coordinate common ownership of the means of production so that you can provide the needed supplies for the continuation of life and prosperity to all people. Rendon's a fucking communist. I believe in my heart. Rendon is a communist. And one to whom I've given much thought. I propose the use of Talos to aid in the establishment and maintenance of these settlements. Their employment should drastically improve efficiency and ultimately increase production. Talos? But Daedalus Stoneworks closed their doors years ago. Without a ready supply of the necessary equipment, the people would starve before your plans could be put into effect. Well, as the heir to Daedalus Stoneworks, it just happens that Talos are my field of expertise. With a little help, I'm quite certain we can acquire what we need in no time at all. After all, we built the big one. Yay. See, I don't think Chinese is a communist, but I think Rendon's a communist. I think Rendon's gonna make sure he does things properly, you know? Finding good health. Rendon's right. Building Talos from scratch would require time we simply do not have. It is why I propose to make use of the long-abandoned Talos which wander the wilds of Calusia. They'll need to be deactivated, of course, and if memory serves, the tools to do so should be at top rung. Come with me. This is probably going to have to be the last quest because I'm hitting my end. Darn IRL and, you know... Did you know that organizing society to fight against fascism and protect the rights of the people requires actual work? Like, this has been like an hour or so of questing, but doing this would require, like... We would have had to schedule a meeting with Rendon, who's going to be busy doing his own bullshit, so it's going to have to be like 3 days until we can talk to Rendon. And then Rendon's going to be would be hostile to us, so we'd have to make sure we had a meeting beforehand with Rendon's friend, who knows what Rendon's into, so that we can, like, formulate a strategy of attack to get Rendon onto our side. And then this whole thing, like, we would have to go through and we'd be like, well, where the fuck is it? And then we'd have to sort our way through all these boxes, which would take hours and probably 10, 12 people. And then we'd find the thing and we'd be like, hell yeah, let's go to dinner because we're fucking spent. And then we'd have to go do everything else. Yeah, I know, I have time. That's my life, bitch. And no one pays you for it is the worst part. The old memory hasn't let me down. The chest contains canisters filled with a dashedly potent insulating powder capable of halting the flow of aether in Talos. We'd only get within throwing distance of one and let fly. And thus disabling them without damaging them. Ingenious. An old trick of the trade, nothing more. Once disabled, it should be a simple enough matter to get them to march to Eulmore. More extensive repairs can wait. Ordinarily, this is where I'd ask you to run along and do the deed, but as I've said before, it's high time we learned to stand on our own 2 feet. Thankfully, throwing canisters is something even I should be able to manage. Come off it, Master Chai. Even if the Talos aren't a threat, there's 100 other things out there to make a meal of you. As it may, But Rendon tasked me with solving this problem, and I'll not sit idly by while others risk everything to see my harebrained schemes realized. Not this time. Which doesn't say the mere thought of it doesn't fill me with dread. Truth be told, I can't feel my legs. But I am to prove a man with a following, I must be ready to lead by example. Well said. Alright. But if there's trouble, I'm gonna murder it for you. Okay? Oh, well, it should go without saying I have no intention of dying for this. I've always preferred living to see the fruits of my labors. And to make sure I do, I require your help. It is as Kaishir says, these lands are dangerous. I'll need you to alert me when it's safe to subdue the Kalos. Understood? Right. Good, let's be off. Yay, let's be off. I mean, I guess this is good, but just like... Well, I only have 5 minutes, come on. Oh, well, thank you for teleporting us there, game. Take a look out for danger.
Okay, you want to click on him when it's safe to do so.
Wait for you to turn around. Go! I did it! I did it! Let's move on to another, shall we? Okay, left. Go! Bum 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 ba ba ba. Off. I do believe I'm getting the hang of this. Yay! Is this next one going to actually be a challenge? Leave the last one to me. No, apparently it's not going to be. Okay. I think the thing I like about raid stories more than main story quests is that there's just so much more that we do. MSQ very much is. Yep. Let's watch a cutscene. Now let's walk and watch a cutscene. I'll do it. Now we have all we need to proceed. I don't know. This wasn't too bad. This couldn't have been other things, but there's so many times that you're just like, yep, that could have been a dungeon. That could have been a trial. That could have been something that we actually do something during. Yay.
Yay.
Bum, ba, da, da, da. Well, chat. Where are we going? Eulmore? I can scarcely believe. It was a reckless, foolish plan, but somehow it worked. I did it.
Tell us.
Master Chai, I believe I owe you an apology. Your plan to replenish Eulmore's food source showed forethought and sound judgment. What's more, it's plain your time at Daedalus Stoneworks has equipped you to leave, as evidenced by this extraordinary company you keep. You, sir, are more than qualified to be the next mayor of Eulmore. I thank you for your vote of confidence, but the fact remains I am wholly ignorant of the world of politics, which is why I would ask you to join me and grant Eulmore the benefit of your consul. I'd be honored. When the people behold these Talos, I have no doubt they will lend your support. It would seem Eulmore's leadership is in last in capable hands, would you not agree? Should probably be heading back soon, Master Chai. After you've tinkered with the Talos and all that, Lady Chai's worried sick. And tell her when you're leaving next time. Don't rely on a note and let her break your back before you go, okay? I swear, men and their lack of consideration.
Right. Right then. Form a line and make for Eulmore.
I still think that the graphics update was entirely unnecessary. I know people like it, but I'm just like, yep, that's pretty, but we didn't need it. That was not needed for this game.
What's that noise?
Sorry, he wasn't paying attention to what you said. He was distracted by the cutscene.
Call the guard! Stay back! All of you!
Is that...
Da 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 da.
But of course I'm back. You didn't see... Dear, the nearest I can't...
Oh! Oh dear.
That is how... That... Good. Good boy. That is how you should behave. Cassidy, love, come over here so I can break your back, please.
I'm sorry, my darling. It's just the sight of you filled me with such joy, I couldn't help myself.
Oh, no, it's all right, dear. I should have just come out and said what it was I was intending, instead of entrusting the task to a hastily scribbled letter.
Does that mean you'll do it?
Well, I'm here, aren't I? I mean, not that my absence signified any unwillingness, you understand? Oh, no, naught could be further from the truth. I only left to enlist the aid of the former mayor's senior advisor. And now that I have it, I believe I am ready to take office.
Yay, office.
Oh, how wonderful!
Whoa!
Aww.
Please!
He tried to give her back a kiss, but couldn't.
It's fine. We appreciate the attempt. I'm fine, I just need a moment. Thank you again for finding my husband. I confess, I was not expecting your return to be quite so grand. At dear sweet man. He's gonna make the most wonderful mare, I know it. Have you considered becoming a lesbian? Heterosexuality and its consequences, etc., etc. Brendan, build communism.
That was quite a reception. One Master Chai will struggle to forget. More seriously, the arrival of the Talos has seized the public's attention. Once word has spread around Eulmore, it'd be that much simpler to gather one and all, so that Master Chai can make his inaugural address.
Hooray! And that inaugural address will have to wait until next time, because I have to recover so that I can do meetings. Rah. How many people are watching, and is there enough people to make it worthwhile raiding into somebody? Let's find out. Only 2 people. Well. In that case... Oh, Seika's streaming. We'll just go raid into Seika. Rah! Thank you all for coming. Hop in here. Go say hi to Seika. And next week, we will probably continue with the Eden raids. Rah.
Yay!